Thank you, Dr. Walker. And with us tonight is Mayor Tom Norton. And we would like to share a video, but first,
Okay.
I think you have a few words you'd like to share.
I would. First, I would like to recognize Insoon Olson, the principal out at Northridge. Don't hide back there. You might have to say something, because if I mess up, why, that's my backup. I've been the advisor for the STEM program for about almost 4 years now at Northridge. And the reason I got involved in that was because Brenda Rangel and I share some grandkids by marriage, and Brenda, over a hamburger at their place one time, said, "I'm going to be in charge of this, and I need help because I need somebody in the community." And I said, well, that's always been kind of my desire to, helping the young kids, get them started in careers in math, engineering, science, and so forth. That's my background. I had no idea that it would develop into the level of program that we have today, and the desire that has been shown by the school district to this point to be able to really reach out and make this a major program for the school district. But it certainly follows my philosophy of reaching into the schools and into the business community and getting them to think about each other. And I kind of see my job as the mayor as, how could I get the school district and the business community to change shoes, put themselves in the position of the other person. My experience has been with the business community, you're not training the kids the way I want them. Yeah, they don't know this, they don't know that. Why don't you teach them this? Why don't you teach them that? Well, my idea is, well, bring them into the classroom, let them try and teach it. And then put the teachers out saying, how do I communicate and get this message to these kids? How do I teach them to write a resume? How do I teach them to sit down and talk to a businessman and make them think like I really know what I'm talking about? So when you put those together, the harder I worked at that, the more difficult I found the problem was. The wider the gap between the academics and the business world. So I've taken on the challenge, and with the help of many, many people, and will take many, many more, to get rid of that gray area. Get rid of that area that says, well, I'm a businessman, you just bring them to me trained and I'll take them. And the education people saying, I've trained them with the resources I've got, I can't do anymore. Well, let's communicate what it takes to close that gap, to make that happen. And I think we've got a tremendous staff here. I think the city, if they're offered to say, where are the holes, where are the problems that we can fit into, we're not educators. And heaven help us if we were, or heaven help you, I guess the case may be better said. But we do understand business, we understand how to get things done, we understand how to make a community operate. So let's make those connections. And I found it to be very rewarding, and I think we're well on our way to being able to make some of these things happen. We'll never be there because it's an ongoing thing. It's not only ongoing that we have new students every year, but it's ongoing because businesses change every year and they have different needs. The first graph that showed how many people are going to be needed in skilled labor and skilled, our blue collar pool might be white collar, but they're the same. They still need that blue collar attitude of just wanting to get a couple of years and some experience. So my idea is let's get these kids where they can have not just the college experience. Now, don't tell my wife. Of course, this is being broadcast, so I might not be able to help it. But
too late, Mr.
It's not just about college. It's about skills. It's about learning the kinds of things in high school that you can carry on. It's learning how to learn. It's learning how to be a learning individual. And I think we could do a so much better job of that. And I think a couple of the people with the city of Greeley that I talked to in the water and sewer department that had some of these interns were just blown away by what they learned from the kids and what they learned from themselves, having to have somebody that was really pretty new and didn't know anything, and then saying, well, gee, how do I teach this? You know, how do I do this? So we're working real hard to put these programs together, and we hope to get your sincere support, both with FTE, with dollars. I hope to be able to raise a substantial number of dollars to provide transportation, to provide clothing and those kinds of things for these kids that don't have it when they do go to an internship job, to provide internships that will cost anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 per student for the summer. So it's not an easy task, but I've had very good support. The oil and gas industry has really come to me and said, well, oh, great idea. How do I help? Well, now we've got the real challenge of my arguing with these people behind me about, well, why aren't you doing this and why aren't we doing that? We can't move fast enough and we got to do this. So I just wanted you to know that the passion that we have through ACE, through the city council, and through myself to make that connection. And hopefully it's looked upon by you as members of the board that this is a positive partnership and community activity that we should be doing and can make a better place for our kids. So thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Shall we show the video? Yes. Sure. I know. It's a very good video that was put together by the G-Town Promise and was shown at the mayor's business partners first gathering that they had. So we would like to share this with you.
Welcome to Greeley, a dynamic community that's thriving. In Greeley, helping one another is the key to our success. You could say it's in our DNA, and we want to pass it on to the next generation. In Greeley, we've made a promise to work together to help our young people prosper in education and in their careers. We call this G-Town, and in G-Town, we speak not just with words, but with actions. One action we are taking is to provide our kids with skills for the 21st century workforce. At Greeley-Evans District 6 schools, there are many specialized career pathways to prepare students for higher education and the workforce. At Northridge High School, for example, students can join one of 3 academies that focus on engineering, information technology, or math and science. These programs provide real-life, hands-on experiences and internships coupled with high-quality, rigorous instruction that will prepare them for college and beyond. When they move into their career field, they'll be able to apply 21st century skills such as communication, critical thinking, problem solving, and be able to lead and work within a team environment. Let us introduce you to a real-life success story, Monica Aribia.
I was actually the first one in my family to graduate high school, so it was a pretty big deal. They made that a really big deal when I graduated. And I'm the first one in the family to go to college, so it's very exciting. I had an internship at a local financial services place when I was a senior in high school. And so that's where I spent the majority of my senior year, and I got to kind of see how a business runs and how it functions, you know, answering phones, filling out forms. So I felt like that was a great stepping stone for me because I figured out that I really wanted to be in the business arena.
I intern at the water and sewer department. It's a tremendous experience learning all the things that you learn no matter what department you're interning for, whatever it is. It's really inspiring and helpful.
Thanks to Greeley City Government and the G-Town Promise, every youth in Greeley and Evans through age 18 can ride the city bus for free. For many students, this opens up a world of before and after school activities, as well as opportunities to attend college classes and participate in internships. There is also a bus provided by Ames Community College that will pick them up at school and take them to Career Academy college courses on a college campus. At Ames, the high school students have a chance to take industry-savvy classes in technology-rich classrooms at one of the most progressive community colleges in Colorado for free. This enables students to receive both college and work experience before they graduate high school. But then what? College is expensive, and most careers require a higher ed degree in addition to job skills. In G-Town, we have made a promise to enrich and strengthen our greater Greeley community through endorsement of the College Promise at Ames Community College. Community leaders have come together through the Ames Foundation to create a scholarship program and endowment at Ames Community College that helps students pay for and complete college. The College Promise College Assistance Program makes college available to all our students. Remember Monica? She's a College Promise recipient and a graduate of both Ames and UNC.
I had always planned on going to a four-year university. I knew that I wanted to study accounting. We started to see how expensive a four-year university can be. So I met with my high school counselor, and she informed me that Ames offered this program, this College Promise Scholarship, that it would pay for your first year of tuition and even leave some money for books. This way I wouldn't have to consider putting off school and having to work. I could just start school immediately. I do not have any debt as a result of my schooling. Ames paid for my first year and then ended up getting another scholarship, so it paid for my second year, so I didn't pay anything at Ames at all. Currently I have a graduate research assistantship at UNC that pays for my master's. So I have 5 years of school and I am debt-free. My name is Monica Rubia and I am College Promise.
We have so many young leaders like Monica in G-Town who we want to support throughout their educational experience. The first step includes our Youth Leadership Conference. During this annual event, inspirational speakers share their motivational stories with our youth. Success stories such as Monica's.
I have an associate's degree, a bachelor's degree, and a soon-to-be completed master's degree, and I am debt-free.
In G-Town, we partner educators with community and business leaders through the Mayor's Workforce Initiative. We are committed to increasing opportunities for students, opportunities that include career awareness, exploration, and preparation. We engage students with a variety of work-based learning experiences, such as public speaking, business tours, and job shadowing. Business leaders are involved as mentors and sponsors via the Mayor's Workforce Initiative and Internship Program. Through G-Town Promise, our Career Pathways Partnership provides students with options for a broader and brighter future. When coupled with College Promise, the scholarship provides the tools for all students to achieve that sustainable future without unnecessary debt. We are committed to achieving community excellence. We are G-Town, and this is our promise.
Are there any questions or concerns or advice? Or do you want to ask the principal of the gold standard STEM program, how in the world did you manage this? She's smiling. I don't know if she's getting up here. But certainly we want you to be extremely comfortable and we want it to be a true partnership. So
we do have even a few more things that we might want to share with them as well. And then if there are additional questions or anything that you might think of as we go, as we finish, there are a few more that you were speaking to and Dr. Walker was speaking to in terms of things that we encourage our business partners to be able to participate in. And Deb is going to share just a little bit about the blue ribbon standard, the bronze as well as the silver, and quickly, and then we can open, maybe then you'll think of a few things that
We have some questions, indeed.
Good. Just like for our students, we're really trying to offer an entry-level position for our businesses to come in and partner with us, and that's the blue ribbon standard, where they can provide a job shadow, a guest speaker, a business or industry tour, or provide, such as the Career Expo coming up. They will all be blue ribbon standard business partners for our district. The bronze standard is just a little bit more. They have to provide a blue ribbon standard, and then they need to provide an executive mentorship, which is unpaid, less than about 75 hours, and also be involved in a job shadow opportunity or a guest speaker. And then the silver standard is just right beneath the gold level. It's a higher level and higher hours of an internship for a student. It's for a student to earn credit and to earn those work skills that are going to help them move on. And they also have to provide a lower level blue ribbon standard. And I don't mean lower level in any other way, but helpful. So
the introductory level.
The introductory level. Yeah. And then finally, we need to talk about our seniors, because graduation is just a point in time. We've prepared them for a point in time where they're going to celebrate graduation, but then it's their time to launch and to be catapulted into the world of adult life, where they can continue in career placement advancement. Ames Community College actually had a wonderful day the other day with our 9th grade students. They can oh, I'm sorry, I think I overstepped, but they are also involved in the dual credit and college application month, and this is for our seniors. And then it's graduation day.
So we appreciate your giving us some time. We know there are many things that we just shared with you tonight, some of which are things that we've been doing. Other things are a result of really thinking much bigger, much more systematic in what are ways that we can build this entire program for our students to be truly powerful and prepared for life after high school. In addition to the things that we're doing as well that you didn't hear much on in terms of AVID and some other leadership opportunities, all the extracurricular, and not the least of which is our one more endeavor and initiative this year around Early College Academy. There are so many ways that we are partnering with others and building internal systems to make sure that we're preparing our students to be, academically and college and career prepared. So we thank you for this time. I know now you have some questions that you would like to be able to ask, or maybe a few comments. So thanks for giving us some time tonight as we show you a very comprehensive picture of this work.
Well, thank all of you. Ms. Solis.
Think of a time that is better to be a part of this board and to be part of this effort and to see all these different entities working together and really claiming these kiddos as ours. And they really are. And to see all these different backgrounds, all these different areas working together and not doing things the same old way, but really coming up with new initiatives and new ways of going forward and new relationships and going forward together instead of our own individual ways. So thank you for all of your time, all of your effort, all of your ideas, and please, community members, see how you can get involved in this, whether it's financial help, whether it's an internship. Make sure that you're getting involved some way, because this is really some amazing work.
I like that too. Well, certainly we have some thanks to give. We always feel ourselves thanking the city of Greeley and others that are involved in supporting this project. And now it might be time to encourage our students to say yes to this opportunity as well, to make sure that there is an ongoing request for us to continue doing this work. And we expect that, you've set the bar rather high, but we expect it to be better in successive years. So we do thank you. We appreciate all oars being used in this forward motion. And we're just looking forward to a lot of excitement over the next few years. Dr. Richard.
not to use a phrase that we all know, but I will have to, this is part of what makes Greeley great. And, I've been in education for quite a while and been in different districts where it's really all about that education system, and then over here sits the city, and over here might sit the community. And for the first time, I get a chance to be a part of something that looks at our youngest citizens, our kids that are in the K through 12. And as a city, you've said, we're going to really do something special for our young citizens. And to see that growth socially, emotionally, and academically, starting pre-K all the way through perhaps a four-year university, is the kind of a promise for citizens that is just almost unbelievable, the way, that kind of offer that we have for children now. And so appreciative to the city for their part on that, and so appreciative to our District 6 staff, who has been really resourceful in figuring out how do we make those leaps between the two places. It is very exciting. And so thank you again.
Thank you.
Mr. Hall.
Well, I'm going to put the stem of straw in my mouth right quick and say, kind of sum this up. This ain't your mama and your papa's educational program anymore, is it?
No, it's
and but I can't help but think back to May when Susan or several of us were in Kalamazoo, and the leader of the leadership conference, legacy conference there, said in front of, I can't remember if it was in the conference room, but it was a whole group of people. He said that you guys don't understand what this is, what you're doing. You don't have a vision of what you're doing, but let me tell you just a little bit. And then he proceeded to say, this is the very first time a community where there was 42 of us or something like that, from business, from education, from college, from city government, from, gosh, all walks of life within a community, came together in a conference with a sole purpose in mind of changing the culture of a community which benefits the children within. It was pretty close, if I'm not right. So and Mayor, I compliment you on your leadership on this, and because with, leadership matters. It's just pure and simple. If you don't have leaders that are willing to set the vision, you never get there. So for that, I thank you. And this is just an amazing thing. Amazing, and it's in its infancy, is
Very much so.
It's just in its infancy. And I don't think any of us, no matter how hard we dream or how wide open we think we are, open-minded, I don't think we can see what it really can come, but we can see what it's doing today, it's going. So I, for one, in remembering when my father was on the chamber of, or on the, a businessman in Fort Morgan and on the city council. City council and schools never worked together, and city government didn't work together then, and other things. And business did exactly what you said. You're not raising them up to what we need. You're not teaching them to what we need. This is a big deal, and it's going to take all of us to pull together. And with that, we have things like the Pakistani teaching excellence that are here. That's part of the G-Town promise, because here's UNC. I'm so happy to just be a small part in it, and I want to thank you guys. I want to thank all the soldiers on the street with their feet that are putting this into action and doing it, and it's exciting.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Once again, thank you very much.
I might want to add
Please,
just a
Mr.
couple
Mayor,
of quick points.
final word for you, sir.
If you don't mind. I'd probably do it anyway, but what the city of Greeley is doing and what we're trying to do as a community effort in G-Town is not take over programs that others are doing, not replace the dream team, not replace, but incorporate them into everything else that we're doing.
Right.
So help me if you hear someone say, oh, they're just trying to take what we're doing, and no, they can have all their silos, just tell us what they are and we'll support them. We'll figure out how to make them work. So it's not, that's not what it's about. One of my favorite sayings, and I just found out a couple of weeks ago that it was something that Truman said, and that is, it's amazing how much you can get accomplished if you don't care who gets credit. That's where we are. That's what we need to do. So, thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Dr. Dattery, thanks. Sure. Okay. Excuse me, and thank you.